So I was working on the John Deere 68 to try to get it to start so I could move it over to the shed. But I went out here, threw some starter fluid at it, and then twisted the key for it to start up. And then this is what happened. So I'm going to turn the key. You'll see what happens. So the starter motor stripped, or something like that. So I'm turning the key and it's whining like crazy, making an awful grinding noise, and the engine isn't spinning at all. Show it one more time. So let's get the shroud off and see what's going on. Look at all those plastic shards in there. It's probably why it stripped, because they made the gear out of plastic. Who thought that was a good idea? Look at that. I guess I didn't need to take the whole shroud off, but whatever. You guys can see, here's the starter motor. That's what the gear should be like on the bottom, and then going up it's just stripped shavings that have come off. Too bad. Alright, so I'm at a spot where I am a little tight with money on this mower, because I got it for 50 bucks. I put in 60 for the carb rebuild kit, and then I can probably only sell it for around 275. So I'm already 120 into it, and I'm not too keen on putting any more into it, especially since these don't go for too much around here, the little rear engine riders. So I can either just buy a new starter gear, or I can put a pull start on it. Pull start would be free because I have all these stuff for that. Starter gear is $7 on Amazon. Then I'd be $127 into this. And with the time, it's just the time I've put into it, I'm not extremely happy about that. But I'll let you know what I decide to do. Alright, I just went on Amazon and I bought the starter gear for $7 because, I mean, it's not too bad, and it'd be nice to have an electric start on this. So I'll be back when that gear arrives. Alright, the new starter gear arrived. Let's install it. Alright, I think we'll have to take off the starter motor to get at this, so let's take it off. There's this out. There's the starter motor. Alright, so to take off that gear, let me focus my camera. You need to have a punch and punch the little pin in here out. So I didn't have a punch, but what I did was I had this old sink from plumbing, and this little plunger thing I just stole out of it, and we're going to use that as the punch. Alright, we're almost there. I guess we can get some pliers to get it the rest of the way out, but if you can see, it's down there, so get some pliers. There it is. Alright, let's disassemble it. Come off the top like that. And next the gear. That wonderful stripped gear we've got. Here's the replacement gear. You can see this side up, this side up. Just slide it on there. There we go. Just like that. This starter doesn't have a spring on it, which is interesting. I guess the older ones didn't have a spring. Okay, so let's put it back together again. The top bit slides on, and then the pin. Just go right in through here. I went a little too far, actually. That's as good as I'm gonna do it. You can see that I hammered it a little too far in that way, but it's not coming out easily at all. The gear goes up and down. Oddly though, there isn't a spring in there, which is interesting, but I guess that's how it is. Let's test to see if it works or not. Perfect. Alright, put the shroud back on, I suppose. Alright, so I'm going to hook up the battery charger and I'll be back in a couple seconds for you guys, but for me probably about an hour. Alright. I don't know if you guys can see this, but it's now hailing outside. Here, we can go to the tin bucket. See this hail? Anyway, it's hailing. But let's start the mower. It's been about an hour. Let's see if it will start. I don't know. Turn on the fuel. Almost forgot. Almost. Let me try with no choke. I don't know if maybe a flywheel key is shared on this thing, because it is pretty hard to start. Let's try one more time. Yeah. And its carb is as clean as a whistle, because I've rebuilt it and everything, so it's not that. Try again. Feels like it's got okay compression. Next video we will dive into the issue. we'll look for the flywheel key, see how that's doing, and let's see if we can start it in the next video. But I accomplished what I wanted to in this video, which was fix the starter. So tune in next week. I usually upload on the weekends. Thanks for watching, and make sure to subscribe.